I enjoy the way that looks on your tum-tum.
You right?
Yeah, you feel good?
My tummy's getting big. I can hold a mic. There. Oh, I can actually put it under. Oh, it keeps popping out.
Are you putting it right underneath your belt?
Yeah.
You know what's great? You're
like
great.
Boner.
Hey, Monica, you're great, too.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Did
great.
you say boner already?
You're
Did
great.
You start? You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
Tyler, you're great.
You're great.
You're great. Happy birthday, Tyler.
Thank you, guys.
Welcome to the Hug Life podcast.
I'm so happy.
We
to
got
be
the
here.
entire you putting that in your belt.
Perfect.
But your mic stand positioning.
Just wanted to see how quickly I can say a genital
Say
part.
Okay, let's just start off with boners.
boner. Welcome to the Hug Life podcast. I'm Monica Nevi.
And I'm Mike Coletta.
And this is our podcast. And today we have Tyler Smith as our guest. I'm really excited.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey, I'm good.
You're wearing a
Good to be
great
here.
shirt.
I know. I bought your guys' shirt at your
It feels
show.
so nice.
At the Central show
That was
last
good.
week.
That was a good show. That was a good show. The Midnight show was great.
The Secret Show was
Secret
great.
show was so
Tyler
secret.
crushed
We were on
it.
a couple shows.
You
together
orange
this
crushed
week.
it. I saw a lot of Tyler last week, and it was
Yeah.
real nice.
It was great.
I
was
really
great.
enjoyed it. Dude, let's actually do our shows
That
this week.
Super
You want to
Secret
plug
show
our
was
shows
really
right
fun.
now? Oh, you like it?
It was really fun.
Dude, and they
Yeah.
have beer, and they had that root beer alcohol that I tried.
Yeah.
I-
Boozy root beer. Did you try that?
Have you tried
I
that?
didn't try the root beer.
It was pretty good.
It's
I was drinking-
really sweet. Like,
Yeah.
it could be dangerous if you drank a lot of them.
Oh.
But, like, instant hangover. But it was tasty for
Right.
sure.
I really wanted that parasol that I saw in the shop there, but they wouldn't let me buy
They
it.
wouldn't. Yeah, they closed their register down. But
No, I had
you can
cash
go to-
though.
Kind of a bummer.
You're like, come on.
Come
love-
on.
Parasols, you guys, I have a special place.
Do you just
You
have a
opened
room-
it and I was like, don't. And I was like, well, actually, that looks pretty great with them.
Do you just have a room full of parasols in your house?
I only have one. My friends and I, we go raving out in the desert sometimes, and it's just
Parasols.
it's the best accessory for like an outdoor music festival because you're in the sun all day, and
That
you're
is-
like,
and you want to be a fancy bitch at the same
hey,
time.
you wanna be fancy. It's pretty funny. I was at Paradiso this year, and I had a parasol, and this kid, I saw him like in a crowd of people. He was like the only one like just staring at me. And I'm like, "Oh, what's this guy doing?"
He's like, that's my soulmate.
And he walks right up to me and he goes, "Hey, can I drop LSD under your parasol?" I was like, sure. So I just like held my parasol out a little bit open. He just pulled out a vial of acid and like took
Put
a
it
couple
on-
drops in his mouth. He's like, "Did I get it?" And I go, "I don't think so." And he does it again. And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, you got it."
Dude, I want to talk
that guy
more about
died
these
later.
festivals, these music festivals.
Mhm.
But first, let's plug our shows before we forget, because otherwise I'm going to forget.
Speaking of festivals,
There's
there's the Hilarious Comedy Festival
Yeah,
this weekend.
that's your
Is that
weekend?
this weekend?
That's this weekend.
When are your
Yay, and you're
shows?
in that.
Mine's Friday, 7 o'clock, and I'm on the Sunday, 7 o'clock one, too.
Nice.
I'm headlining the 7 p.m. show on Friday. That's the Tyler Smith Presents show.
Ooh.
And Sunday,
Fancy.
I'm on the Best of the Northwest.
Best of the Northwest?
Yeah. Which I don't know if I like that. I got last minute because somebody dropped out. And I'm like one of the producers for this festival. And I feel weird that I'm on the Best. That's what I just call all my shows.
Yeah.
The best show ever.
The best ever. I'm going to be on the... I got another
Where?
wedding.
Sorry, where?
Oh, yeah.
What's the
Where
venue?
is that?
They're at the Armory at the Seattle Center.
Oh, cool.
Excellent.
Yeah.
There's
That's
a
awesome.
Subway there. Should I
There
share
is.
that?
Smoke some weed, grab a sandwich,
a
listen to
delicious
some
sandwich.
comedy. It's gonna
The
be
whole
great.
festival takes place right after Hempfest, and like we partnered up with Hempfest, which is pretty dope.
That's a great idea.
So their festival ends at 7, and ours starts at 7. So we're hoping that everybody will migrate on over. I don't know how many stoners you have listened to your Hug Life podcast. I feel like a lot would because
Probably a lot.
They're into
Probably
that.
there.
there's good vibes coming from
They're
that.
there. They're there. I'm going to be at Battle of the Sexes show in Tacoma, and then I have another wedding this weekend. I got a lot of weddings going
He
on.
always
and
says
so,
that no one's gonna see you at the wedding.
Yeah, but you're going to be there in spirit.
I am
with,
gonna be at this wedding. Actually.
Yeah, you're going to be there.
Who's
But
getting married?
So I'm-
Jen Seaman.
Jen Seaman.
Congratulations.
Oh my God, congratulations, Jen.
Yeah.
haven't seen
Podcast
her
shout out, Jen.
forever.
But yeah, I'm at Battle of the Sexes this weekend. Monica, go. Where are you?
I'm at the Seattle Comedy Underground all weekend with Ryan Singer. So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then Sunday I'll be at Tacoma Comedy Club, Battle of the Sexes.
Are you guys battling it out?
Yeah, we had battle last
That's when-
night, really. Mike
Stop
tried
with the
to
hug life.
lap dance me to death last night.
Yeah, we had an awesome battle last night of lap dance magic. It was beautiful. I learned I have a career as a plus-size male stripper. Did you know that?
If he wears ladies' clothing.
Don't you have a joke about that?
I used to. I don't
Do
do it
you?
anymore.
What? How'd it go?
I don't even remember. I think I just said if
Was
this
that good?
fails, I have a plus size. It was one of those ones you throw away after a long time.
You
know?
This is silly.
Yeah, you're like, this is dumb. I'm done with it. The passion is gone. But yeah, okay. So we're also on Stitcher. We're on Racketeer Radio. You can rate and review the podcast on iTunes. That helps so much, you guys. I really can't press this.
We got
enough.
another rating.
We got another
but
rating.
not a review.
Yeah, but it was nice.
I really enjoy reading the reviews. It's
I
like a
do too.
bedtime
Has
story.
anybody said any bad reviews?
No, we've gotten all good reviews. If you have bad reviews, just don't do it. I think that's how it kind of
That's
works.
what we tell
Right.
people.
Yeah.
It's not
But,
Uber.
Give us more reviews.
Not Uber.
But yeah, if you can give us more reviews, that really helps out a lot. Also, we're on Racketeer Radio every Thursday at 7 p.m. We're on Stitcher. You can like our Facebook group. We're on Twitter. I'm at me Coletta,
I'm at Monica Nevi.
and you're at High BS.
At High BS.
Yeah, I know
That's fine.
your Twitter handle by heart. It's in my memory.
Right. I
And
want to
it just
change
says-
it, but I feel like I can't because I have so many things.
So said that.
so many High BS. It's a great. It's a good name.
so much high B.
I got like 10,000 business cards.
Yeah, gotta get rid of those for to change it. Hey,
Gotta hand
Monica.
them all out before I change it.
Monica, you have a very important show you want to plug right now.
I do.
Very important. It's in the future.
Well,
Plug it.
Plug away.
for those that haven't heard, Michael and I are going on tour.
Booyah.
Yeah, starting in September. So
Yeah, girl.
we're going all over the place. I'm really excited. We're going to post the dates where we're going to be. But to kick it all off, we're going to do a tour kickoff show at the Renton Civic Theater, which is where I'm from. And it's a great place, and it's really fun.
Beautiful.
It's going to be on a
Beautiful theater.
Thursday, September 10th at 8 p.m. You'll be done by 9:30. You can go home. You can celebrate September 11th the next day the way you want to.
Never forget.
Or you can just take the day off and come out and party with us. But
Celebrate.
it's going to be great. I'm really excited, and I really want you guys to be... Yeah, I said celebrate.
You guys coming to my September 11th party?
Yeah.
It's going to be a disaster.
Yeah, I don't know what the way you want. Celebrate it the way you want to.
With a,
It's a moment of
Silently.
silence.
I don't know. Yeah,
a moment of
whatever.
silence.
I can't believe you somehow made our first plug for this show a 9/11 joke.
The next day is 9/11.
I know. But
Let's just not talk about that.
that makes me happy, though.
Okay, you're welcome.
I'm fine with
Come
it.
to the damn show. That's what I want. And in fact, if you buy tickets this week, they're only $10. After this week, they go up to $15. So
$10. 10.
And it does go to charity as usual. So
charity.
the King and the Thoma Society. Buy some tickets. I really want you guys there, actually, because we're going to be gone for quite a while.
And we're gonna miss you, but we're still
I'll
gonna be
be there.
podcasting.
What was the date again?
September 10th.
September 10th.
Yeah,
That's right. Right
Thursday,
before
September
September
10th. Won't forget.
Never forget.
I already forgot. That's
Dude, so I want to talk more about these music festivals you go to, because you've gone to, I remember the first time you went to Paradiso and you have a great time, and now you've been going steadily, right? Like it's a
Yeah.
thing you do every year.
Yeah, this was like the third year that we went.
How you into it? You into
I
it
love
so
them,
much?
man. They're so much fun.
Do you like electric dance music, if
yeah,
you
I
will?
just like the life, and it's
That
like a
EDM?
fun. It's
Is
a
that what that
super
is?
big party. Everybody like gets fucked up,
Kisses people?
responsibly, hopefully.
There's
And,
parasols.
like, there's parasols.
Parasols
It's
and Molly.
It's the most accepting music scene there is, I would say. And there's like every now and then it
Everyone
gets
loves
hard. It
everybody.
gets a bad rep because people die there, but
It's like 9/11.
because
It's
people
the same
party
thing.
really hard. I had a joke where somebody died at Freak Night, and they were like, somebody overdosed, I heard, and I was like, no, we actually just all gathered and sacrificed him to the rave gods. One person dies each rave. No, but
about
yeah,
right.
people do unfortunately overdose on drugs there all the time. But I feel like that's not as bad as there was a country music festival, and somebody died there, but he was beaten to death.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's way worse.
That's way worse than being like, I'm on too much Molly. This is the happiest moment of my life. I'm
And then
dead.
you die.
And that's at the
Yeah, that's
Gorge?
way better.
That's way better.
That's at the Gorge?
I think it was at the Gorge.
Damn,
Country.
dude.
Was it Watershed?
Maybe. I don't know anything about country music.
I don't either.
I think it's-
I
it
don't
was
know
some
Just
either.
guy
know that
named,
people go to
some
Watershed.
guy named Kenny's show. I don't know what his last name
Kenny
is.
Chesney?
Is there? If that
What's funny
leads
is
into
you
any
said
song.
country, and it should have been Kenny Chesney, but I just thought Loggins immediately.
Kenny Loggins.
Someone got beaten to death during the danger zone. But yeah, so do you go to any other festivals other than that? Like, do you go to Sasquatch and all that stuff?
I wanted to go to Sasquatch. I haven't been to one. I went to Winter Music Culture Festival down in Florida in March. And I plan on going to the Electric Daisy Festival.
Oh, that's the big one, right?
Yeah. It's down
The
it's in
Electric
October
Daisy?
or November.
It's in Vegas, right?
Sounds like
No,
a
that one's
sweet
in,
strip club.
Orlando.
It does sound like a sweet strip club. It's. I've watched a documentary on the Electric Daisy Festival, and it seems pretty intense.
You know what? That might be my favorite
Right.
part about festivals is watching documentaries on them and
Burning
not
Man.
going.
No, I'm not gonna
It's
watch.
way better than
I
going.
watched a Burning Man documentary and I was like,
0 people died
might
while
go.
watching that documentary.
well, you don't know that, but still.
Would you ever go to Burning Man?
I really want to.
I kind of want to as well.
Next
should all
year,
go together for
my-
fun.
There's a
we
bang
have some
tent.
friends
Have we
that are
talked
gonna
about that?
go. You have to get invited to go to.
Yeah, you
Burning
gotta
Man.
What?
Yeah.
You gotta like, there's like groups and
There's
stuff.
groups
and
and
you
you
gotta,
get
like,
invited. It's pretty intense.
What? You can't
You
just
gotta-
show up?
There's
No,
probably one
you
for
can't.
plus size male strippers.
Ooh,
there is one.
Michelle
Get in with
Colita is
them.
coming out.
I have a pretty big group going next year. I'll make sure you get invited if you want to come party.
Really?
Come
Yeah.
party out in the desert.
I heard
yeah.
there's a bang tent. That's what Monica said. There's a tent where people
That's
bang.
my tent.
It's a big old. I think there's more than one, but whatever.
It's
So
a pretty
many
small
bang
tent.
tents.
You'd be surprised. Yeah, it's real snug in there.
Not a lot of room for a reason.
Exactly. Get on close. Went camping one time, and my buddy borrowed a camping tent from another friend. It was fraternity brothers, actually. And we all had dates. So it was a camp out. And when he opened up his tent and set it up, it was no bigger than this table. It was like the size of a doghouse.
Oh, no.
His date was so
His dude was like,
pissed.
"Fuck you."
Dude, I went camping one time, and I brought a sleeping bag. My friend's like, "Oh, I have an extra sleeping bag in the car. If you wanted to use that one, it's already packed up." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then we
Oh,
go out,
no.
and I roll the sleeping bag out, and not only is there a Smirnoff Ice in it, because that was when the whole icing thing was going on, so I had to drink
Somebody
that.
had vomited.
It was
Burn.
also a child's sleeping bag, and it went up to my stomach, and I like froze to death that night. Like it was the worst. It was the worst.
You
But all
had
my
a
friends
fucking
were, like,
Lion King
laughing at me.
sleeping bag.
Yeah, it was like a little kid sleeping bag. It just covered my legs.
That's
the worst.
hilarious. Oh man.
Camping seems like one of those things where you want to get like crazy drunk or high or drugs and stuff like that. But it really
sure.
is the worst place to get crazy drunk or high or on drugs like that because it's like
Disagree.
there's no bathrooms. I have
There's
to.
no
I never go camping without like within reach of a porta potty.
Oh really?
Yeah.
See,
At Paradiso, we camp at the Wild Horse, and there's like bathrooms and showers. So
is that a casino or something like that?
no, it's a campground.
It does sound like a casino.
I just
There's a
assume.
Wild
I
Horse
think there is
Casino.
a casino called the Wild
Yeah,
Horse.
There is.
If
That's
not,
what
there
I
should
thought,
be.
yeah.
So.
But
It's very native sounding.
so is that is that a private campground though? Do you pay more money or something like that? But it's all nicer
it's
and
not
stuff.
much. It's like I think it's like $100 for your spot.
For the weekend?
Split
For the
up for like 6 people or whatever.
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally worth it.
Yeah, and they have a restaurant right there. So when you wake up, they're like already serving breakfast burritos, and you're like, "Oh yes, son,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take one bite and throw the rest of that up." But
I am so hungover right now. I love when that hungover moment where I try to eat and like I should eat, and then you get there and you're like, no, no.
yeah, it was really funny. Everybody at our campsite all had like breakfast burritos, and everybody just had one bite out of it. Nobody ate
Just
it.
throw it away.
It's just like a waste
Dude,
of
breakfast burritos sounds so good right now.
Breakfast.
I would
Burrito.
love to have, if I ever settle down, I want to open up a 24-hour breakfast spot.
This is another thing. You're a cook kind of guy. You cook a lot.
I do cook a lot.
You had a
I
weed
used to
cooking
have-
show.
I used to have a weed cooking show.
Dude, because I remember you made, when I'd go to your house, and every time I'd go over there, it seems like you always had
Platter of bacon.
a platter of bacon, and you'd have asparagus cooked in the bacon grease, and it was the best thing in the world.
Oh,
I
yeah.
need to come over more.
I used
Yeah.
to spoil my house guest. I used to know a guy who sold groceries, and he liked weed, and I like groceries. So I used to get groceries.
You like weed, and I like groceries. It was a perfect
It was
pair.
perfect.
But
So
it's just
I would like throw these house parties and like have so much food and like just a huge spread.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
It was pretty dope.
Do you still cook all the time? Do you like cook?
I cook a lot less, but I do cook. from my birthday yesterday. I cooked for my whole family. I made them all a breakfast taco.
Wait, for your birthday, you cooked for them?
Yep.
That's so
Cooked for the whole family.
nice.
Well, my brother had a baby, and my parents have their own things going on right now. So
yeah.
I just wanted to do another thing, cook for everybody.
Oh, you made breakfast tacos though?
Made breakfast tacos. It was like
Describe it to me slowly.
okay. So I had the tortillas. I sizzled them. You know, I cooked the tortillas in oil. Nobody ever does that. I feel like
Yeah,
you
you get
should
a
do that.
crispiness
Get
out
a
of
nice
it.
crispy
Yeah.
out of it. You leave them on like the whole time, so it cooks all the way through. Because otherwise, you're just eating like uncooked flour. It's gross.
Yeah.
Anyways, that we had a over medium egg with some peppered bacon and the glazed bacon. What is that like?
You had two kinds of bacon?
two kinds of bacon.
2 kinds of bacon.
And then we
Get
had
out.
some
What kind of magical
peppered
place is this?
truffle,
What kind of fairyland are you
cheddar.
living in?
and salsa, and then a little bit of paprika. It was like a little nice little,
Dude, that sounds so good right now.
right? It was a delicious taco.
What's sad is I know it may not be good for the listener, but I could just listen to Tyler talk
Just
about
people
food for
describing
an hour.
food
Just
for a
totally.
It was so good,
I
bro.
love the,
I
love
ate it
the,
so hard.
I love the strong stance you have on tortillas right up front. Like,
Oh, yeah.
uncooked flour bullshit.
I want to go on the record. So you got to cook your tortillas.
It is
Disgusting.
bad. Like I
Fuck
would do that
around.
where I didn't even microwave them or anything like that,
It's
and
the
it's like a
worst.
cold tortilla is the worst.
It's like when people have barbecues and they don't cook the buns. Like you don't throw the
Oh,
bun on the
yeah.
goddamn grill. It makes
Dude.
it like a million times
So,
better.
okay,
Yeah,
that's-
just for it's a very quick thing
Yeah.
too.
It is.
That's the other thing I
Toasty.
did. Okay, with this weekend was
I
we
feel
had the
like-
Seattle Comedy Barbecue.
Oh yeah, we
That's
did.
true.
Yeah, and
was so much fun.
there wasn't enough room on the grill to cook the buns. But when I gave all the other burgers away, I'd cook the buns for myself. I'm like, oh, there's room now.
I feel like at some point that becomes your own responsibility. If somebody
yeah.
hands me a bun, I'll be like, "Could you put this on the grill?" Because then they're like, "Oh, this guy knows what he's talking about." This guy
Dude,
knows business.
I was grilling for a while at that thing, and then for like an hour, and I was like, I am actually longer than that. We were there early, so I was grilling for like 2 hours, and I'm like, there was a point where I was just like, I'm done sitting here watching stuff on this. Like
Right.
everyone else can handle it, but. Yeah, people. It's you can know how to cook food if you're an adult. I feel like you can
Right.
cook
Oh, yeah.
meat on a grill. It was fun though.
Pretty
Yo, speaking of
self-explanatory.
that and the previous topic, I actually went to a barbecue that was a rave barbecue.
A rave barbecue?
Tell me
Yeah.
about this.
It was called the Dirty Bird Barbecue.
Mike has reconsidered raves at this point.
Eating a burger on Molly.
For sure. It was
Off of
house
Molly.
music, and I feel like
Ooh.
it's like a bit of an older scene. So there's like a lot of like grown ass people, and they like are gonna eat a burger halfway through their raving.
It sounds like something I would do where I'm like, I'm athletic. All right, we got to take a burger break in the middle of this.
Been dancing a lot, you guys. We got to carb up, carb up right now.
It reminds me when I was a kid and you'd have pool parties, and then the whole rule was like, you know, that rule like, don't eat. Like, don't swim after like eating.
And
Right.
20
Or
minutes,
don't
you gotta
eat and
wait.
swim.
You get
Yeah,
cramps.
whatever.
Get your burger out of the
I would
pool, Mike.
swim and I would eat, and then I would swim and then I would eat, like just back and forth for
Just
20
get out,
minutes.
take a
or
bite,
something.
hop
part of
back
your
in.
stroke.
Yeah, it's like my stroke. He got a breath for breath. No, that's not a stroke for breathing. He's lifting his head to eat more
Is
burger.
he pretending to be a shark? No, he's just holding his burger out of the water while he swims.
It's dry. You don't want a chlorinated burger. It's terrible. Yeah, I was happy with the barbecue. That was a fun time.
Yeah.
I didn't realize ladder ball was so fun. Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah.
Ladder ball. Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
I
Fucking
saw people
yard
playing
game.
that.
Yeah, it's a great yard game.
It's really funny watching comics play sports.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was.
I feel
Just
great about
watching
it.
that frisbee not get caught by
I
anybody.
know. Just halfway through. I'm like, scoot closer to them that no one can reach each other. What the fuck?
We were just chasing
It was
after
like-
a frisbee.
Like, I will say, I watched the wiffle ball game, and Mike and Mitch Burrow were the best athletes out there. And I was like, oh my God.
That's pretty bad.
This is great.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was
The
real.
best part about the wiffle ball game is we played an inning, and then
It
the
was an
other
inning
team
and a half.
batted, and then they just stopped after they were done batting. I'm like, this is bullshit. You got to at least give us our turn. Like,
That's funny. They just
It was
gave
great.
they just stopped. Well, they were
Fuck
winning,
it.
and they're just like, we're done. And I'm like, what the fuck?
It's a hard, like, I try not to be rude about. I'm just very interested in like the average athletic level of people because I'm used to being around athletes, right? So
Right.
I have no gauge of like what a normal person or someone who maybe didn't play in high school or whatever is capable of. And so I didn't mean it in a condescending way, but a couple of times I was like tossing a football with a male comic, and I was like, "Did you play any sports in high school?" And they were kind of like, "That sounds rude right now." I was like, "It was just a general,
That's
like I'm just
super
taking a survey at this point." Sorry, Yogi was like, "Yeah, whatever."
You just outed him at the end of this.
Yeah.
Like, I was hanging out with
He's
this comic.
fine.
Okay, so it was Yogi.
Well, there was more than one, but Yogi was one of
Oh.
them, and he was fine with it. We talked
Could have made
about it.
every one of the comics who played football with you feel insecure.
He said he was a long snapper, and then he broke his finger. So there you go.
Dude, I wrote on this thing. I wrote fun stories about drugs. You're on the podcast.
Drugs sounds like my
Do you have a
set
fun?
list.
Do you have a fun drug story that you can think of?
A fun drug
A
story.
fun drug story off the top of your head.
Off the top of my
I'm putting you on the
head.
spot.
Wait, have you ever been on stage high on anything other than weed?
You know, there's been a
Like love.
yep, lot of love.
That's every
Kisses.
time.
You know,
Kisses.
I've been wanting to do that. Try and do a set on every type of drug and just like
See
record
what-
it
yeah,
secretly and
that'd
see
be
what
interesting.
people think. You know, because I saw on Vice magazine they had like a Vice Online. I don't know why I call it a magazine. I guess. Anyways, I don't
a show, it's
I don't
fine.
A computer magazine, you know.
But they had like this guy's photo of his eyes for every type of drug, and it was kind of interesting. It wasn't like I didn't learn anything from it, but it was just kind of like you wanted to look at it.
I
There
saw.
Oh, go ahead. No, I think you and I might be talking about the same thing.
There
here
was
in
an
a second.
artist
Mhm.
that did,
Painted
that
herself.
painted different
Yeah, on LSD.
on different drugs. Yeah, and it was really cool actually.
Yeah, I was like, wait, we're gonna say the exact same thing. I think it was over time, right? Like it was all on LSD, but it was like after an
Yeah,
hour,
after
after
it,
2
yeah,
hours,
yeah.
after 3 hours, and it just completely.
Maybe I saw a
changed.
different one because there was like different drugs.
Oh, that's
Oh.
Like they were different, so that might be
there's multiple
interesting.
articles of people
Huh?
doing drugs, doing
Maybe.
crazy.
Somebody's like, oh,
things.
drugs
Love
and
doing
painting.
drugs
Let's
and
do
art.
it.
It's crazy.
is
I feel like
true.
drugs and
Oh,
art
yeah.
go hand in
They go
hand.
pretty hand in hand.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I've taken LSD before and like drew all over the person I was with because they were just so happy. They were like, "I'm being tickled."
I'm being tickled.
like, I don't know, it looked cool.
Yeah.
And in the morning, it just looks like children were attacking each other with markers.
But at the time, you're like, this is the best
At the
I've
time,
ever
it was
done.
the dopest shit ever.
Because you paint too
I do paint. I'm an art. I was an art major in college.
at WSSU.
WSU.
Oh, really?
WSU.
Yeah, went to
Yeah.
I didn't know
Wazoo.
that. Well, I knew you went to
You-
Wazoo. I didn't know you were an art
He went
major.
to.
Mhm.
He was
Cool.
in the same fraternity as J.R. Berard, Junior Bred.
J.R. Berard.
I think we
Ooh,
did.
Can I
we
do
were.
a quick show plug about that too?
Oh,
Speaking
yeah.
of him, I'm doing a roast beef show at Jai Tai.
You beef roasting?
on August 22nd.
Oh,
What kind of show is that?
That's next Saturday. It's a roast, so we like make fun of each other.
Oh, so you're like paired with
It's
one
like a
person and it's
head-to-head battle
competition?
kind of thing.
Head-to-head,
Ah,
So
okay.
we just go back and forth, and I already roasted him this year, and you were there, and you were there.
Yeah, Jose's roast.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I should have a tape of that for you guys tomorrow because I got him. I finally
Yeah.
got to get it on it. Anyways, but yeah, I'm excited to roast him again because I already heard a bunch of jokes at the roast. And I'm like, I could totally just recycle a couple of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff to make fun of JR for, like
And,
his
yeah.
lack of sense of smell.
I've known him since he was 17 years old, so this is like the easiest comic
Because
for me to
didn't you
make
guys
fun of.
meet working at some like Home Depot or some store? or
At
something?
Target.
It's Target. That's
Yeah.
the store.
At
Yeah.
Target, JR came up to me and he was like, "Hey, you the new guy?" He was all puffed out, this like giant 17-year-old kid, and he just goes, "Are you the new guy?" I go, "Yeah, I'm the new guy." He goes, "What's your name?" I look at my name tag. I go, "I'm Tyler." I go, "Are you Junior?" He just got so mad. The next day, he showed up and his stupid name tag was spelled out JR, like JAYARE.
So wait, did
was
you
pretty
guys
funny.
meet before college and then you?
We met before college.
That's
And
so
our
weird.
older brothers were in the same fraternity in college. His older brother, Nick Berard, and my older brother, Jason Smith. I just stumbled on those names.
Yeah, whatever.
Characters in my life. Our older brothers were in the same fraternity, and when we were working at Target, it was like, hey, our older brothers are in the fraternity system. You have big brothers and little brothers.
Yeah.
And my older brother was his older brother's big brother, which makes
yeah.
the term for me in JR is called festigio, I believe, like related through Greek and related through real life.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's-
So wait, you were in a I forgot about that. You're a frat guy.
Yeah, I was the vice president of my fraternity.
Really?
Yep.
You were the
was
Joe
very
Biden
high
of your
up in there.
fraternity?
Yeah, until I got kicked. Until I was asked to leave and asked to resign from my position from smoking too much marijuana.
In the fraternity?
In the fraternity.
Wow.
It was so
That's a lot
dumb.
of weed.
That is a
I
lot
know.
of weed.
Well, they just were pissed that I was smoking in my room because they had a rule that if you wanted to smoke weed, you can do it, but you had to do it in someone's car. And I was the vice president in charge of loss prevention, so I was in risk management. And I was like, that's the dumbest thing ever, because if somebody walks up to you, we're in front of a bar. If we have all these cops that are patrolling for drunk drivers, if they see you in your car smoking weed, you're going to get a DUI. So let's nix that rule. How about we just smoke in my room 24/7? You can just smoke in that one room.
In that
It's in
one
the far
room.
corner. Anybody can come in any time of day. It doesn't bother me. Just do that. And then I ended up getting kicked out because I was smoking weed on the roof of the house because I'm just
You broke your own rule about smoking in the room.
yeah, I was like, damn it.
You're like, risk prevention, meet me on the roof.
Exactly. Does this look risky? I'm managing it pretty well, though. But the guy who actually kicked me out of my fraternity, or not the guy, but the president at the time, got a DUI for smoking weed in his car. A couple weeks later. It was
Karma's
so
a
Tyler
bitch.
is right. Was that
That was
when you were
so
about to
funny.
leave college, though?
It was
Or?
my last year.
Oh, so that
There
wasn't
was some
too
crazy
bad
things that happened to those people. The guy who officially kicked me out of my fraternity is in jail right now
What?
for molesting a 13-year-old girl.
No.
Fuck.
Right?
Maybe you didn't want to be around him anymore.
Yeah.
then. Jesus.
I think you dodged a bullet, my
I was
friend.
like, these are the people that don't like marijuana.
Yeah. Weed seems okay at
And
this point.
People who have felonies for DUI driving.
Didn't Tyler told me? I mean, not Tyler. You're Tyler. Jr. told me a story that you guys had a baby alligator in your fraternity.
That was after, I think.
Oh,
It was after me.
We'll have to
but-
have Jr. on the podcast to tell the story. It's pretty amazing.
I guess the kids in the house bought a gator.
They had a pet
off
alligator
Craigslist.
on the internet.
Yeah,
They bought it.
off Craigslist, like the Florida Craigslist.
Jesus. How do they get it up to fucking Pullman?
The mail.
Nailed it
Oh my god.
with in a shoebox with holes, and it was just duct tape.
Was it alive when it got
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
And
They
just
ended up
kept
taking it away. The police took it away because it got noticed.
And it also
God,
got
they
really.
are
It also,
dumb.
it's probably a good thing
People
I because it would have gotten way bigger.
Are those 12 fraternity dudes walking an alligator down the street?
Right. You guys, I never.
They all got their fucking address on their shirt too.
Oh my god.
I never thought frat guys were really like super smart, and I, would love to think otherwise. But your frat is not helping it at all.
I was
right
actually
now.
in the smart fraternity. We were the third highest in the GPA for all the fraternities, and there's like 20 fraternities. We were the nerds, actually.
Cool.
We were, like, a bunch of nerds in
Common
our
sense is a
fraternity.
whole different
Nerd.
thing.
Common sense, yeah. Well, it was obviously someone was trying to make a dragon for their Dungeons and Dragon game.
That's why they got an alligator.
You guys, I got us a dragon.
Guys, I made paper mache wings for him.
Exactly. They
I'm
took
gonna be
it
on the
away
roof
because they're
smoking weed. I'll
abusing
see
it.
you guys.
You can't put a saddle on it.
Did you like being in a frat though when you were in the frat? Did you enjoy that otherwise? Was it
I
fun?
really like partying. I can't emphasize that enough. Frats were just an easy way to get to parties.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I went to WC. I never joined. I think the whole idea of like committing to something was what made me not want to join a fraternity in college. Are there sororities and fraternities at CLU?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, we didn't have a Greek system.
So you guys just have your own parties though that are awesome and you're on your own.
Uh-huh.
That's what's exciting. That's exciting.
House parties, and UW was so close we could still go to frat parties over there if we
That's
wanted.
true.
Yeah. House parties are always fun. We always
I love
stumble
house
upon
party.
those.
I love a good house party. I've
We
talked
would,
about this before.
I had a friend. We would dress up in costumes and then go to other people's house parties and just go, yeah, we're at this other party. It sucks. And they're always like, yeah, our party rules. It's like
Yeah.
an extra welcome. It's a good way to get into somebody else's party.
It's a good way to get free
Right.
beer
Yeah, right.
too. Free
Right.
booze.
Some people try to be nonchalant, like wallflowers, but you just come in super noticeable that you don't belong.
Yeah.
Go in hard. That's
Go
great.
in all the way hard and fast. Hey, I didn't want to finish that because it sounded dirty, but we have a thing where every episode we do a positive spin on something. And this is your
Positive
episode.
spin.
And we're going to do a positive spin on your favorite leisure activity, weed. So we start.
I think it's a profession.
a profession at this point. Yeah. So
Pretty
what do you find most positive about marijuana?
Most positive,
Yeah. What do you like about it?
besides like the effects.
Besides the effects. Although the effects can count. We can talk about that first. Because some people, I get paranoid sometimes. But you seem like you're just everything.
Yeah,
You're a legend.
I'm paranoid right out of the gate.
Oh, really?
I like to just smoke all of the crazy out of my head.
There you go.
So if someone came up to you and they were like, Tyler, I've never smoked weed before, but you seem like a cool guy and I want to do it with you, what would you tell them?
I'd say drugs are like shoes. Everybody needs one. You just got to figure out what fits you.
Oh, that's a little Forrest
And then you
Gump
try to sell them
action
shoes.
there.
No drugs.
You're
And
like-
then he pulls weed out of his shoe. That's what I would say.
What was the first time you smoked weed? When was that?
I was 14
Dang.
and I was at my friend's house and we were smoking resin. Was my first time
Resin?
out of a metal pipe. It was so
Dude.
Did you
gross.
just find it or what?
It was my friend's dad's.
There you go. Classic.
Yeah, it was
Metal
pretty
pipe's
gross.
a dad pipe.
But I definitely
Everyone's
got
got a
super
metal
baked
pipe.
off that old dude's weed resin. It was fun. I was hooked since day one.
And
I
the
need
rest
to
is
do
history.
More
That's
of
right.
this.
Oh, it was so much fun. I remember like the second time I smoked weed, I was out of a bong. And I was super excited. And I was hitting it, and this kid that I was smoking with laughed like a clown, like laughed like a fucking clown. I know I'm not the one to say that. But he had a stupid ass laugh, and he was like, every time he laughed, I would just burst out laughing. And I was hitting the bong, and he laughed, and I just like burst into the bong and just sprayed all of this bong water all over my car. It was the worst.
That's the gross. I didn't.
Oh, gross.
Oh, it's so gross. I remember smoking out of bong the first time I ever smoked weed, and I was like, "This water is the most grossest thing I've ever seen in my entire life." I'm like, yeah, that stuff's pretty bad. Like, it's like noob. Like, yeah.
I was at a party once, and they made us, not made us, we was dared to drink this bong water.
Oh.
It was the worst. It was the worst.
We
My
had
buddy and I, he goes, I'll drink the first, or like, we'll split it. You drink half, I'll drink half. And he grabbed it and drank it real quick.
Ugh.
And I was like, why'd you do that so first? He goes, because you get the bottom part.
Oh.
Damn it.
we had a friend eat the apple one time.
That's always a baller thing to do. I feel like it's like crushing a can of
You're
beer
just
on your
like-
head. The
So what
equivalent.
is it? Why does it? Okay, scientifically, why does it get so gross?
What?
The bong water or the apple? Because it's just
Because
weed going
it's
through.
filtering plant matter, so it's just like ash. It's just
Oh,
ash in there.
all like the grossness.
Yeah,
and
and
the
the,
plant. Detritus, if you will.
You
Fancy words.
are
Those kind of words.
vaporizing pretty much, so it turns into like vapor, the crystals, and it gets that residue on the inside. So that's just like melted down THC trichlomes.
Dude, you getting all sciencey on me right
Yeah,
now?
right. I've read a few books about this.
That's
shit.
that's actually something that I think is beneficial about marijuana. Is leave it to people that smoke weed all the time to invent crazy fucking ways of smoking weed, like e-cigarettes and
Positive spin.
vaporizers and all sorts of
Yeah,
stuff.
there you go.
I am every time I see someone smoking an e-cigarette, I'm like, "Can you tell me about that?" Because I'm just interested in hearing about it.
You look like an
That's a
asshole,
great
but
positive
can you
spin.
tell me about it?
Yeah, can you tell me?
I would say my positive spin for marijuana is that it's revolutionizing the farming industry. We are creating so many types of lights and so many types of fans, and we're creating bigger and faster yields using indoor farming, which isn't like anything you need to like destroy the planet while you're doing. You can do like solar panels. There's like all these awesome greenhouses that people are inventing to advance farming technology. And it's kind of a shame that it's only used on weed, but I mean, if you like just made like an indoor farm in the middle of a city, it'd be like dope as fuck if we could all grow our own
Really?
food,
Yeah.
right?
You
That's a
grew,
great. That's a very positive
dude.
thought.
That's like a very. Do you like the eye contact in this podcast, by the way? Because there's a lot of eye
when people are
contact.
motivated by drugs, they come up with some cool shit,
I worked
man.
with
They're like
this
corn.
company
Fuck it.
that was trying to do project management for marijuana grow ops. So you would contact us, and we would like do all the construction plans and get all your permits and everything in line for you. And we flew down to Colorado to go to this expo. It's called the Indo Expo. So dope. So just wandering around there, I sat in a couple seminars and looked at all these like there's like 100 fucking stands of like different technology that was coming out. They're pretty dope. There's like this guy who made like this trimming machine. which was exciting. It was like you just put like a whole marijuana plant in it and pull it out, and it's just like the buds. It was like the
That's
craziest
crazy.
thing.
What?
There's like
How's
these
it even-
lights that run off like no power, like the LEDs. They're so dope. They have like no heat coming off of them, so you don't have to spend extra money on AC. You can just use like regular lights at like room temperature. It's so cool.
The
Wow.
science of it.
The science.
You know what it sounds like right now?
This
It's
is
this conversation's reminding me of like that Disney World ride where they show you the future of farming, but it's like weed. Yeah,
Just at the end of
Tomorrowland.
that video, it's just all weed.
We're adding the
That's
weed section of Tomorrowland.
good. Yeah.
I
Tomorrowland.
wrote a paper in college about how I thought beer was the point where the discovery of beer was what started society. That nomads that were wandering would find puddles of water in wheat fields and be like noticing that if they drank it, they would get drunk. So they would start making that field and like living next to it. So they stopped moving around so they could be next to this thing that made them like happy. So it's like alcohol started civilization, and I think marijuana is going to push it to the next level.
What did you get on that paper, Tyler?
I got an A+.
Yeah. Isn't that a thing though? It's like people in like older times, because water was dirty, they would just drink wine and beer all the time.
Mhm.
Like in Game of Thrones, you know, that's a realistic thing.
Right? It's totally real.
Sure.
It's real. I still drink it because I'm afraid of what's in our water.
So you used to do, so you had a marijuana cooking show.
Yeah.
And you used to cook crazy, like, because everyone thinks, I feel like when you think of edible marijuana, you think of like brownies or cookies, but you were going into some crazy stuff. I remember watching it. Like, what have you done?
Didn't you
What
make wings one time?
Yeah.
I made wings one
You made
time.
wings? How do you
Yeah.
make marijuana wings?
Pot wings. It's pretty easy. You just
Hot wings, like hot wings. Get
Hot
it?
wings.
Everybody,
Yeah.
on
we
it? Got
call
it?
them pot
Okay.
wings.
Keep
We
going.
had actually 3 shows: pot sauce and pot chocolate. And I was like, you can't do this 3 times in a row. Like, this is really lazy. So we the wings is you throw the poultry once it's you throw it in butter, and then you throw that in the whatever you're gonna make your crispy shell out of, and the butter is just infused. So
Oh, okay.
It just
and then
gets you.
you can also make hot sauce, like infused hot sauce, and you can just put that on afterwards, like have all the dipping sauces infused. We were doing seasoning too. Like we had activated keef that you can just mixed in with seasons, so you can just powdered up whatever meal you want.
And you would get high off of
Yeah.
that?
We my favorite one that we made was we started making sugar packets.
Sugar packets?
Sugar packets. Just
You could
like
just put it in.
just put in whatever
Shit.
drink.
We're going to have to. So, Mike and I, we're like, we're not going to drink when we're on tour, but we need to like figure some weed stuff out.
Yeah.
So, we might need to.
Dude, I
Get you a
just
big
looked
pound
at-
of sugar. That'd be great to
I
just
just-
hold
just
over
put it
with that.
I just looked at this
It's
and
not cocaine, it's sugar.
for the website on Potaholics, it said Super Bowl snacks, and you called them Buffalo wings.
Buffalo
There you
wings.
go.
There we go.
Buffalo
Fantastic.
wings.
There we go.
That's
Let's look it up. Forgot the whole name of it.
Yeah.
Buffalo wings.
What else did you make? Because you made stuff too that wasn't on the show, also, right? Like you made.
There was one episode that hasn't. No one's seen it because it hasn't been made. But the last episode, we made it on the very last episode, episode 9. We were making hard candy, candy bus, I think. That's what we call it.
Candy bus.
Um,
That's nice.
And we were going to take that candy and make it into cotton candy, which is like my favorite fucking thing in the world. Is cotton
Really?
candy.
You
I
love cotton candy?
Cotton candy. It's
So you go to
so
Pure
gay.
Fair and get.
It's like, I'll go to a Mariners game with you.
I'll be at whatever sporting event. Just eating the cotton candy.
Where the fuck is the cotton candy guy?
You can see him. They have these big things. You just go chase him. I'm like, I'm done watching this.
Just go chase him.
I haven't like eaten cotton candy in so long. How do you make cotton candy? How
So
does
what
that-
you do is you have candy that we already made in the episode, which was like just glycerin and not glycerin. Sorry, it was corn syrup and like sugar, and you make a big tray of. You pour that out to cool it off, and it's just like pretty much a sheet of hard candy,
Uh-huh.
and you smash that up with a hammer.
That's the fun part.
something that you
That's
cook with.
fun.
And then you take the ground up sugars and you grind it in a grinder, and you get
like a coffee grinder kind
like
of
a coffee
thing?
grinder, yeah. And you can get, if you go for a couple pumps, you'll get regular table sugar. And if you go even longer, that's how you get powdered sugar. Keep grinding it up. So once it's at like just the big chunks, kind of like Pop Rocks form, like that type of
Yeah.
we're going for that consistency. You throw that into a cotton candy machine. And that's all it is. And
It's a
then
machine that just makes it for
the
you?
machine just spins it, and it heats it up, and while it's spinning, it like slowly separates, and as it's separating, it cools, so it turns into that string.
That makes
That
sense.
It spins.
is crazy.
Right?
I had no idea how cotton candy was made until today.
Until right
Yeah.
now.
You can buy a
Dude.
cotton candy machine at Fred Meyer for $20.
Oh my
Ah.
gosh.
That's I have 2 of them.
Make multiple batches at
I
a
have
time.
2 of
in,
them.
in Australia, they call they call cotton candy fairy floss. And when I was
That's
down there-
amazing.
when I was
Oh,
down
God,
there
I
at
love
the
them
sporting
so
event,
much.
I was like, "Oh, I'm totally getting some cotton candy," and my Australian friends like, "You are not getting that fairy floss."
Very
I'm gonna eat the whole bag. Have big old
I'll eat
pink
the whole
lips.
bag. That's
Pulling
great.
my hair away, getting like candy stuck in it. Asking everything I can about the game.
What game was it? What were you watching?
We were playing footy, or they were playing footy. I was just watching it.
Which footy? Is it like soccer
It's like rugby
Football?
and soccer.
combined
It's
together?
Australian
combination.
rules,
There are
football,
so
yeah.
many variations
catch,
of
kick and
those
catch.
It's
games.
so big.
It's crazy.
It's like 9 stadiums, though. It's like massive. We were in this
Is that
thing.
like
it was like
tournament
It was like
type
4
of thing?
football fields. I guess not. Number keeps going down.
9
but it
stadiums,
was-
4 football fields,
it was like
1 tennis
2,
court.
like a high school court. It was pretty huge. It was just massive, and I know they put so many people in there. It's like I guess it's the best sport, and it's their baseball.
Yeah, they're
Australia.
like, ooh, they buy in real
It's
hard
the
on that.
one sport.
Not really. They buy it by low sale high in that.
Yeah.
So here's my question more about marijuana cooking stuff.
Mhm.
If you wanted to make something savory with marijuana,
Right.
it's all about the fats, right? Like
Yeah.
butter and things like that. Because
Butter.
that's it? Like that's all you got to really do?
Well, my favorite thing that I made on the show that was savory and delicious. One, the breakfast. The breakfast was amazing.
Ooh.
I know you love breakfast. So I'll
I'm
tell
a
you
big
that one.
breakfast fan. Tell me more.
Tell me more.
For bacon, since it sizzles in its own fat, and fat is what you need to infuse when you're cooking with marijuana, you can just sprinkle marijuana on your bacon, and
Really?
it'll sizzle right into it. And you just gotta like absorb that grease somehow. But I usually cook my eggs in it, so you have like wake and bacon eggs.
Bacon. See, all these names are my favorite
Dude.
part.
There's so many puns.
So many-
So many
I
puns.
love puns. It is a
if you're
problem.
into cooking weed,
so-
you have to be into puns. That's what
really
we've
do.
learned.
You really do.
Oh, you like edibles? You must like puns.
There was the buffalo wings. We were sitting there. There's like at the end of the show, we do all the outtakes, and there's like one where we're just saying different names, different puns. I think one of them was bowl tree. Like, it's gross.
Oh,
That's
my
great.
It's not appetizing at all.
Well, so I feel like we should do the quiz now. We can talk more after, but we should do the quiz now. What do you think, Monica?
Yeah,
You
let's
ready?
do it.
So every show,
Yeah, did you
we take a
study?
quiz
Is
that's
it
kind of
Florida
related.
or Russia?
No, no.
Call
Your quiz
back.
is different.
Oh,
Are
it's
you
different?
excited for
Oh.
your quiz? Have you
What
been,
if we just asked
have you
Florida
been,
or Russia every
Have you been
episode?
secretly studying Florida and Russia, and you were trying to
just
get
secretly studying your podcast.
Well,
Yay.
this quiz for you today is what famous person should you get high with? That's the quiz. It's a BuzzFeed quiz.
Which one should I get high with?
Which one you should get high with? Like, okay, so
Oh.
here's the way. I'm going to ask you the questions, and I'll fill in the answers for you.
Okay.
And BuzzFeed is going to tell
And
us
BuzzFeed's
who
going to
you
tell us.
should
But
get high
who
with.
do you think you should smoke weed before? Like, if you
Okay.
could pick someone, like a famous person, who would it be?
If I can pick anybody to smoke weed with, oh, I would probably go with like an old celebrity crush.
Really?
Yeah, I would
Who's
smoke
your-
weed with. So stupid.
Tell me.
Angelina Jolie. I had such a hard crush on her when I was a kid.
Really?
And she's got big lips. I would love to watch her smoke. That'd be
She
dope.
scares me.
She scares you?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you scared of her?
She's just a scary
She's got a
person.
big jawline. It's intimidating.
Yeah, she just
Intimidating
scared-
jaw, nice face.
Eyes.
Big
Yeah,
lips,
nice
eyes.
faces just scare the
Just
shit
nice
out of
faces.
me.
Kind eyes scare the shit
No,
out of
her eyes are
Monica.
not kind.
She's like an
That's what it is.
ambassador, though.
She's like
totally,
a very.
total nice person.
She's badass. It's like a.
She's
It's like
also
a Ronda
sharing
Rousey type of scared. Like I kind of like it, but it still scares me.
I listened to you talk about
Yeah.
that fight was intense.
Dude, it was so fast.
So fast. That
So
chick
scary.
did like this huge fucking dance at the beginning, like when they were like introducing each fighter. I can't remember the other one that lost. Already she's being forgotten.
Beth from Korea or whatever. her
But
name
yeah, she did this fancy dance, and I was like, oh, I hope she gets knocked out.
is.
And then
That
boom,
was
it
so
happens.
douchey.
Ronda Rousey made your wish come true. First question.
First
you ready?
question. Yeah, let's do it.
Pick a strain.
Pick a strain of weed.
Yeah,
Well,
White
he's
Widow,
gonna give you some
Northern Lights, AK-47, Sour Diesel, Purple Haze, Blueberry Kush, Trainwreck, Blue Dream, or Lemon Skunk.
Blue Dream.
Blue Dream. I picked Northern Lights because I'm from Alaska. That's what I chose.
Blue Dream's like a Seattle strain. It grows really well here because of the humidity. It does well in humidity.
Do you like it? Is
Yeah.
it your favorite?
Do you like it?
Out of
It's
those?
really good for ADD. It's good for focusing. So it's
Really?
like one of my favorite things about it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Monica,
it's good for creativity.
which
Good to
strain did
know.
you choose,
I'm gonna go with
Monica?
Purple Haze.
Oh, classic. Pick a method. A joint, a bowl, a blunt, a vaporizer, an apple, a spliff, an edibles, bong, or a soda can.
I'm a joint guy.
You're a joint
I have
guy?
2 joints on me.
Dude, I actually
joints.
picked joints too. I enjoy.
It's a classic.
I think that's why I liked it too. I think that's what it was for me. I thought it would be a vaporizer,
It's
but
a
honestly, a vaporizer was so intense. I don't think I liked it
Fucking
as much.
love the volcano. I'm going with the
That what you're going with?
vaporizer. Yeah.
Never used the
Volcanoes are dope.
Fuck
never
yeah.
used the volcano thing. I used like a
So
little
fun.
handheld vaporizer thing.
You know, fun fact about Volcano. I got fun facts for everything. When I first started doing comedy, my roommate had a Volcano, and he would give me his resin, and I could cook with it. And that's like when I first started like really learning how to cook with weed because I was practicing all the time. Or at least doing it all the time. I've been cooking with it for a long time. But when I would take all of his Volcano leftover, because you get residue from the bowls, so you don't actually burn the plant, you're just heating it up, and there's still trichlomes left on there, and you can just recook that whole thing. And we would make these brownies, and we call them resin cakes. Sorry, Blue.
Oh, that's fine.
But they were dope. I used to sell them at my first comedy shows.
Really?
You just sell them at shows?
Yeah, I was doing open mics like the first time I started because I had like no money.
So, that's hilarious.
Next question. Pick
great.
a stoner movie. Half Baked, Pineapple Express, Friday, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. That's weird.
Wife
Super High Me, Grandma's Boy, Dazed and Confused, How High, or Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. I picked Up in Smoke because that's a classic comedy.
I like Pineapple Express.
You like it? All right.
Yeah, it's
a
a
good
happy, positive.
It's a fun movie, yeah.
Yeah,
all the movies.
They stay smoking weed at the end of it. I like Half Baked, but they quit weed at the end of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boo.
What did you pick?
How High? We used to watch that movie all the time.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
All right. Pick the most ideal way to spend the day. Movie marathon on your couch. Reading your old tweets and laughing at how good they are. Visiting a few museums. Take a bike ride through your hood. Do a ropes course. Start a video game and beat it. Go to the beach and lay in the sand. Bar crawl or drive around and go house gazing. I picked start a video game and beat it. That sounds like that's a sober activity.
Either the beach or the rope maze.
What do you think? What do you
Rope
pick?
maze.
Rope maze would be pretty dope.
Rope one?
I don't think anybody would be like, hey, you want to go on this rope maze? I think I'd most likely be offered, hey, you want to go to this beach?
You want to go to the beach?
I'm gonna go to the
Beach is your answer?
Yeah.
Monica, what did you choose?
I would not be driving, but I love looking at houses, like big houses.
Looking at big
Oh,
houses.
oh, yeah.
All right, you got to pick a lighter, and they're all Bics, and they're different colors. You ready for the colors?
Yeah.
A blue. What's that color, Monica? Damn it.
It's like a magenta.
You want to do the colors because I can't see them very well.
Magenta.
Sure. Yellow, black, gray, orange, purple, teal, and pink.
Dude, see, I thought that
Magenta
black one
and
was
pink are
purple.
looking
That's
pre-
not good.
Magenta. It's
Okay.
like my favorite.
Magenta.
Pretty good.
I think I picked
Magenta.
magenta too.
I'm going to go
big
with
fan
the
of
teal
magenta.
one. I had a teal
All right,
bed.
you got to pick a dream invention. Cups made of Jell-O that you can eat after.
Mm-hmm.
Edible tape to hold your burritos together. Cookies and cream flavored whipped cream. A front door that opens with a remote like a car. A ring that can shoot confetti. Temperature controlled pillows. A button that makes your lost remote vibrate until you find it. 40-ounce Capri Sun or a silent vacuum cleaner. I picked a silent vacuum cleaner because that's something that annoys the crap
Yeah.
out of me.
Was one of them a button that opens your front door?
Yeah, you want that one?
I think I like the edible tape.
The edible tape for the burrito?
For the
That's a good
burrito?
one.
That's a really good one. But
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the button door. Sorry.
Button door? Okay. What are you
Can I
going with?
say, by the way, I had a dream about Monica like 2 nights ago. Speaking of dream items, you had that joke about, like, you got to tell me what your dream was.
Oh, yeah.
And I was, it was so dumb. I was sitting there, and I had a Snickers ice cream bar. And you're like, what type of ice cream is it? And I was like, strawberry. And then you just took it and put the whole thing in your mouth. And, like, just ate my whole ice cream bar. And I was like, what the fuck, Monica?
So Monica's a dick.
Oh, I appreciate
ice
you
cream
telling
bar.
me that. That's great. I'm sorry, I guess.
Now you gotta pick. You gotta pick a TV mom. And we have, what's the wife's name on the Cosby Show? I never watched the Cosby Show. I don't know what some of these are.
Mrs. Cosby.
Cosby Show, Marge from The Simpsons.
That's that 70s
That
show.
70s show, Family Guy. I don't know what the middle one is.
Ooh, I don't either.
The middle one is a lady on a telephone. I don't know what that is. Do you know what that one is? I have no idea. Okay, then the Brady Bunch, Home Improvement, Roseanne, and then what's the one on the bottom right? It's weird they don't tell you what it is.
Yeah, shit.
I
The
picked
two ones that we don't know are the hottest ones. It's no
I picked
surprise.
You want a hot mom?
Home Improvement wife.
She was pretty.
I like Lois.
Lois from that Family Guy.
I love Kitty Foreman. From
Yeah, Katie Foreman is the
fucking-
greatest.
She's hilarious.
She's funny when she's drunk.
Yeah, she is. You got to pick a Jackson. Michael,
Oh,
Latoya,
geez. Oh,
Jermaine,
shit.
Janet, Randy, Marlon, Samuel L., Tito, or Andrew.
Samuel, hands down.
Janet.
I think I picked Janet too.
Janet is my
Now you got to
jam.
pick a bird with arms.
Holy shit! This is the weirdest
There's a bird
pictures
with
ever.
a gun. There's a bird with arms holding a sword. Game of Thrones. There's one like from Troy. Like are you not or Gladiator? You're not entertained. Bird, football bird, flexing bird, eagle flying just with human arms
Holy
out.
shit, that's funny.
A little.
The goose at the bottom.
Yeah, the goose in the middle.
Throwing up
You want the
gang
goose one
signs?
with the gang signs?
The gangster goose.
All right. Don't look at what you got. Don't look at what you got. Okay.
What bird did you pick?
I picked the Game of Thrones bird holding the
I think
sword.
I'm gonna go with the football bird. That ostrich is gonna catch that pass. Oh my god, this would scare me, but I would totally do
You would
it.
totally do it.
Yeah.
A bird
Okay.
with arms of ball.
I'm gonna tell you who
That's
I
who
got.
I got. It was a football ostrich. No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
gonna tell you who I got first. I would smoke or should smoke weed with President Barack Obama. Said, call up the Choom Gang and batten down the hatches. This joint is about to get presidential. I don't know what that means. You'll probably spend most of your time talking about basketball and how much the leader of Romania kind of sucks. He's just got that permanent stink eye, you know? Rest assured, you're going to be smoking the best stuff the world has to offer. No trade regulations up in this bitch.
That's awesome.
That's
What did you get,
fantastic.
Monica?
I got Rihanna.
Ooh.
Yeah, checking into a private jet party of two. You'll hotbox that charter all the way to Barbados and then enjoy island life like never before. The colors will nearly overload your brain, but once you dig into some, oh god, macaroni pie. I don't know what that is.
No, I don't know
Is
what
that
that is
a
either. That sounds
Barbados
nice.
thing?
Pie with macaroni.
I guess.
middle of
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Ooh.
Oh, that's. I already don't want to leave. That's what it says. It says you'll never want to
There's
leave.
a place called
It'll be
Pie
hard
in
to leave
Fremont.
because
That sounds
remember
like-
when you hotbox that plane? The pilots are still recovering.
All right, you want to give one more guess to think who you got? It's not going to be Angelina Jolie.
Oh, I assume not.
It
I
could
don't
have
know,
been
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman. What's funny is I almost just said it when I said Angelina Jolie. You ready? You got Jennifer Lawrence.
Whoa,
Yeah.
J-Lo.
That's right. You are going to be tokened up with an Academy Award winner.
We'll
Heck,
be
the
getting
story
our
of
own
you.
Hunger Games with all those.
Hunger Games.
That's the name of the podcast.
That's funny.
Hunger
Yes,
Games.
it is. Oh man.
Heck, the story of how you got high, broke into Bradley Cooper's house, and set his motorcycle on fire will probably be made into an award-winning
She
film.
did that. Oh,
And you'll-
she's
that's what you're gonna
badass.
do.
Oh, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, and you'll
Oh,
get
we're so badass.
We're hella
and you'll
badass.
get a producer's credit. And don't worry about being hungry. After spending years in those games, she'll provide many a snack.
Nice.
Dude, how do
I'll
you
make
feel
her
about
dressed
that?
up like Raven.
How do you feel about that? Though?
Got
You
blue
feel
shit all over my bong. Turn into someone hotter. No. I'm just kidding. Jennifer Lawrence is gorgeous.
good? Do you feel good about that though,
I feel real good about that. I get to smoke weed with Mystique.
dude?
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Well, you just
forgot
hit a
about
nerdy
That's-
heartstring in me
Yeah.
right now. That was nice.
Yeah.
that. Forgot about
Thank you for doing
her,
that.
didn't you?
That's what I said. When I was make her dress up like Raven.
Yeah, Raven.
Raven. That's Mystique's real name.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Yup, showing my nerdy colors right now.
No big deal. This is the part of the
Didn't
podcast where
even
Monica
know.
gets real quiet.
just working on other stuff over here.
Dude, it's time. We gotta go, but we always do charities before we go. And you have a great charity for the day, Tyler, and I was really excited to hear about this.
Yeah.
Could you tell us about the charity?
The Pharisee, the charity.
The charity.
The Farity.
The therapy.
The charity is called Fair Start. It's a restaurant school for disadvantaged people. I don't want to botch their fucking.
Do you want me to read their mission statement for you?
Why don't you read it?
Okay. Fair Start provides a community that transforms lives by empowering homeless and disadvantaged men, women, and families to achieve self-sufficiency through life skills, job training, and employment in the food service industry.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's a great charity. I worked with them a long time ago. I was telling you guys before the show that I actually worked on their ad campaigns when I was an art director for a hot minute, one of my many jobs.
Really? For a hot minute?
That's
For
cool.
a hot minute.
That's awesome. I really like that one, actually.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
It's a great spot. And you
I
can,
like
you
it's a
can
local
go there,
charity, too.
and the way you can donate to it is just by going to the restaurant and eating at the restaurant.
Is the restaurant just called Fair Start?
It's just called Fair Start. It's a giant restaurant downtown. I believe it's on Virginia.
Virginia Street? Let me look
That's
at
great. Super easy to donate
Right,
to.
super
You
easy to
just
donate.
go
You get a
eat.
meal out of it,
You
yeah.
can smoke weed and then go
It's like a
eat.
gourmet restaurant.
Be great.
it's super
Oh, yeah. It's at 7th and Virginia
Yeah.
in downtown Seattle.
Get super baked and say, I sent you there.
Yay.
Don't tell them that I gave you the pot, though. Unless it's a really good pot, then go ahead.
Then go ahead.
You got to sort of take Baxy's attitude right now. We're like, unless it's good, then you tell
Unless it's
him.
good,
But
let's
don't
make
tell
it
him.
look
But you
good.
should tell him. Well, this was fun. Thank you for doing
Cool.
it, Tyler.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
I feel good about
Yeah,
this.
You're
I
doing
like
it.
it. I like seeing you guys.
It's been a very lovey-dovey
This has
episode.
been great.
A lot of
I liked
eye
it a
contact.
lot.
Well, yeah.
All right. Well, now we got to go. But you're great.
So long.
Harvest
Farewell.
Are you singing
Monica,
different
you're
songs
great.
right now? Thank you. You're great as
I
well.
am singing different
Mike.
songs.
Tyler's great.
Tyler, you're
You're
great.
the greatest.
Dude, you know what we should do, Tyler? We should go back to your house. We should get a parasol, and we should all drop LSD underneath it. Hooray! Bye-bye.